tuần xin là mù chỉ tây rồi giờ hồ anh cũng chỉ đó nè giờ hồ thưa thư nó chỉ bây giờ hồ giờ tuần sai doctor từ tàu doctor giờ Jamie có gì là sự thật thiệt cho là thảo tới là cái sự đấy.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm gonna make my speech short because my parents and grandma spoke really long time. But luôn bay tuang câu nào, tôi thọ sĩ của hai đứa mong mình để của hai đứa cảm động. I sat this past to think about what I was going to say today, and really it gave me the chance to reflect, as well as give myself a pat on the back for how much I had grown. I still remember spending really, really late nights sitting with all my family around when my grandpa was sick, doing my secondaries for my medical school application. Stress. I still remember missing a phone call from a Wisconsin number, and I was like, why would someone from Wisconsin call me? Oh shit, I actually interviewed at UW-Madison. I think I made it in. My first day moving to Madison, after eating some subpar pho in Madison, because they don't have a lot of Asian populations there. My mom, my dad, Emily, Annie, all drove away, and I just remember crying because I was gonna be alone in Madison. My achievement though is very much mine, as well as shared by my friends and family. So I thank you all for coming today. I truthfully would not have applied for medical school without having dear friends like Lisa, Ryan, who applied by my side. And I would not have stayed sane if I didn't sneak away to Chicago sometimes to visit Nina, Lisa, Ryan, and Queenie, just to forget the reality of memorizing nerves, muscles, and disorders. I would not have survived the isolation of medical school without my family. My Uncle Cha randomly messaged me on Facebook Messenger just to check up on how I'm doing. And I sometimes purposely never responded because I was just so stressed, so I'm sorry about that. My Auntie Ma, whenever she came to Madison, Milwaukee, she always just invited me to whatever event she was attending, and I really appreciate that. My Auntie Chua, who is one of the first ones to always welcome me back with a smile, and everyone else. There's too many people to name. That's gonna take hours. But most importantly, my Itay and my Pa, who don't need to say much to me, but I know who loves me very much. And whenever I come back to the Twin Cities from Madison or Milwaukee, they're the only ones I purposely go see. I am also not alone because I have my mom, my dad, my siblings Annie, Timley, Lisa, and Tony. Tony, who plays board games with me. Lisa, who is the only sibling who actually came to visit me by herself. Timley, who shares trauma with me, and now will forever be scarred and always tell me, "You women drivers." Annie, who has gotten several phone calls from me when I was struggling with exams or just watching patients suffer. My dad, who supported me from the very beginning to push, and push a little bit more so that I can achieve my dreams. And my mom, who is the only one out of my immediate family that actually calls me because I'm such a horrible daughter, just to ask me if I'm still alive every 2 to 3 months because I never called home. There are, like I said, many other names that I would like to name if I had more time, but I just want to say thank you all, and I love you all very much. I chose medicine and becoming a doctor because I wanted to help people. And growing up, I noticed the gaps within our healthcare system, whether that is health literacy, whether that is cost. I am currently in the internal medicine residency program at the University of Minnesota. I am at Regents Hospital, University of Minnesota Fairview, as well as the VA Hospital. I hope that I don't see you guys in the hospital, because if you guys are in the hospital, it means someone is sick. However, if you guys ever need anyone, know that I am there, and I will jump through hoops to help you guys. I have taken care of a lot of different people from different backgrounds, as well as my Hmong people. The Hmong patients that I have been very appreciative, just being able to speak Hmong with them, as broken as my Hmong is. And really what I remember is there was a very sick Hmong patient who was close to the end and he was gonna pass soon. And it was 2 a.m. and there was no Hmong translator, so I had to call his parents and speak to them in Hmong just to let them know that they needed to come to the hospital right away because he didn't have long to live. And it is in moments like these that, makes me feel fulfilled, as well as tells me that the choice I have made is right. It took a lot of perseverance, but most importantly, I think it's just having a dream and finding out what brings you joy. I encourage you all to continue to dream, because as long as you do, there's a goal, and really there are only steps to getting that goal. I hope to not be a good doctor, but a great doctor, and like I said, I will be here if you all show everything. Thank you.
Dạ nên chúng nó là hai ta là và thế cho xưa niệm bao cũng chỉ bao lâu mình cả tay cũng nói là cũng sai đó nên là hay đi nếu cần tao nói tôi đọc từ nhất tao phiêu hiểu theo region tất nhiên là chỉ xa có mỗi thứ niệm bỏ này nhất là không màu nào hay đi giờ này nhất đã chỉ này giờ mua mò là cái xa cái này sao mừng xin xa cái này sẽ là cái nhớ rong cái này sao tao muốn là không màu này cũng sai rồi để cho nên sao tôi chỉ là nó mua ya tu sai em mì mùa thia thêm lì mùa nếu là gì nào nếu là khả năng sẽ kể cả tiệp bút đồ sờ đầu này giờ lấy cái hai tàu lồng phóng là hai thia
okay 所以最後夢的是你要係會咁幾條我被模糊的禮物被你家的清理我對個定上偷得到了變上 So I graduated 2020 from Oxford College. In regards of school-wise, it's been a long time that this has already passed since then. But then again, school was always one thing that my dad and my mom always pushed to us. And I always, before I went to school, Jeannie and Annie went to school, so I didn't want to be left behind. So I just kind of showed them what's up, but they're above me now. Yeah, but in regards to that, I want to thank my mom and dad. Mom and dad always pushing me for success. Always, even when I was in school, I didn't have like money to eat at school. They will always give me money just so I can have something to eat. And I also want to thank my older sister, Annie, because my first year as a freshman at Augsburg, she would always take me to school every morning because I didn't know how to drive yet. as in regards to that as well, I also want to thank my dad as well, because my dad will always push me to my limits. And there will be times where I always think to myself that is school really worth it or not? And I know that when I was in school, I wasn't working as well. So at that point, I was almost at my total low when I was in school. And I also want to thank all my family as well, especially my uncles, my friends. My uncles are always there for me. My friends are always there for me. My colleagues, they were always pushing me too. And I also want to thank everybody here who's at this ceremony here, graduation. As much as I have much to say, I don't really have much, but I want to pass this mic along to my older sister, Annie.
Hi everybody. So, as Lee said, my name is Annie. I am the oldest daughter and I want to become a nurse. I have been a nurse in the ICU for 8 years at North Memorial Hospital. This year, I actually decided to return to school to get my doctorate in nurse anesthesia. While I am proud of these accomplishments, I know that none of them would have been possible without the love, the sacrifice, support of my parents throughout the years. So I just want to thank both my mom and dad for that. I still remember my parents waking us up at 4 a.m. in the morning when we were little and dropping us off at my grandparents' apartment at McDonough Homes by 5 a.m. before they had to go to work. Bollinger always made clay and miki for breakfast, and then they always walked us to our bus stop. After school, we would visit our Nyatai on the east side, and we would walk around Phelan Lake once or twice, but as a family. Now, whenever I eat clay and miki or I walk around a lake, I think about these memories. We truly would not be where we are in our lives without all the people that have supported us along the way. And that includes my parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, aunts, and cousins. Everyone here. Each and every one of you have touched our lives in a way that has shaped us to be the person we are today. Reflecting back on these memories remind me that none of our accomplishments are achieved alone. Behind every accomplishment is a village of people who have encouraged us, sacrificed for us, and believed in us. This is why as we stand up here today and talk about our academic achievement, I just want to remind everyone that success is not always measured by how many degrees you may have or how high your degree may be. It means something different for each of us and can take many forms. It is found in the countless hours of hard work, challenges we overcome, and the commitment to continue growing even when the journey is hard. So just to kind of keep it short, I would just like to continue to encourage every one of you to find success for yourself and pursue it with purpose and determination. So thank you.
Okay, other than the Lisa, dear Tony, Nela Tapela, Sally Haka, dear Buddha Shadow here.
Hello everyone. I also Jordan's. So first off, I like to thank all my friends and family for attending, but for those who couldn't make it tonight, their contributions and words of affirmation not go on. So I am the youngest daughter of my family, and while my academic achievements aren't as high as my siblings, I feel that I am very fortunate to have this many people to come celebrate me, as well as watch me hustle my school. Collectively, I think we can all agree that success is something worth celebrating, praising. Personally speaking, I do feel inadequate to compare me to my siblings or anyone. Achieved academics. I was never really book smart. In fact, I don't really have any career aspirations. Truthfully, I've only inspired to live comfortably and happily, though that type of dream is quite too simple to get up in on. I'm quite envious of those that seem to have discovered a purpose. Compared to me, I've felt that I've wasted a lot of time trying to discover it. The thought of falling and being left behind does give me anxiety, and I have succumbed to this mindset of keeping expectations low so that the disappointments less often. But I do think that what hurts the most is that I do have people that expect more from me. I expect more from myself. Recently, I was catching up with an old friend of mine. We always talked about all sorts of current fixations or events they have had. Somehow, it's quite funny how it always flowed back into a more personal conversation to who we are as people. Despite them pursuing a higher education for me, I've always found it quite reassuring that through the countless conversations that have allowed me to see another's perspective, that we're all just people trying to get by through this short span of life. Their education is what defined them. It's the way they navigated. It is even more evident as I read in this stories of life. This type of connection of sharing and understanding is what I truly believe is worth more than any achievement. Though I may find myself in a slump right now, I know I would be fine because I have a wonderful support system, and I'm very fortunate to be connected to those who understand love and belong. I hope that those who can relate can always remember that even if you're struggling to find a purpose now, as long as you do those important things close to you, you'll be fine. And lastly, I would just like to thank my friends again who stayed and listened to all my woes. Thank you to my entire family who've taught me what a community should be. I like to think our family is closer than most of us. And I would like to thank my siblings, who I'm very proud of and honored to be. You guys have always introduced me to many things, and I may or not have taken some from them. And finally, thank you, Mom and Dad, who have brought me to this world to experience a life of my own. I will continue harder to achieve success and stability so you may no longer need to be worried. And that reaches the end of my speech, so I will hand over the mic to
All right, let's get to the best speech of the night. So, hi everyone. For those who do not know me, I'm Chayin. I sometimes go by my middle name, T, and I'm the youngest, the baby of the family. I recently graduated from the University of Minnesota with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry this past December. So, I'm going to keep it short. Everyone before me has already thanked you guys for coming, so I'm going to skip that part. Instead, I want to talk about what I'm going to say. It's not going to be about my journey to my achievements, but my overall reflection on it. I remember my parents first planning for this event last summer. My sister Jeannie had recently graduated from UW-Madison with her MD, and my parents wanted to do a huge celebration. However, as they know, that summer was very busy with our Nidai's passing. As such, my parents decided to hold off on it until today. And now I've graduated. It's crazy to think about how far our siblings have gone. We have an anesthesiologist, a doctor, an IT specialist, an artist, and now a chemist. But it's more crazy thinking about how much time has passed. I am 22. Sure, you can call me young, but I feel old. I still remember hogging my sister Annie's iPad, the first ever iPad release, and using her credit card to make in-app purchases in Roblox and Glory. I still remember sleeping with Jeannie in our two tiny twin-sized beds. I still remember coming back home from high school and hopping on Apex Legends or Fortnite with the boys on my brother's PS4. Shout out to Jeremy Kurama. I still remember playing around with plushies with Lisa. I still remember going on yearly family trips to places like Vegas and Wisconsin Dells. Those things don't happen anymore. We grew up. I grew up. Life's changed. I'm seeing my siblings reach the old ages of the 30s. I'm seeing my parents reach the old ages of 50s and the 60s. Some of our close ones are no longer with us. And so I wish time can just slow down a little bit. Perhaps at the cost of my achievements, or perhaps at the cost of my commitment to my achievements, I lost out on time to spend with each other. This not only includes my siblings and my parents, but with my cousins and my friends. Some of you guys, I don't even know your actual name, and that's terrible. And so I just wanted to leave you with this. Achievements are valuable, whether it be big or small, but time is also valuable. So now that I'm done with college, I hope we can spend more time together. Thank you.
ta làm ở đây chứ nó sẽ để nó cái cho mình hòa hai ta là giờ thì bây giờ bữa tây nó đó phút rồi là thế là cái này cho họ cái gì đó cần cái gì á tất mà của hai là nó tụi này à bắt ta nên dừng lòng là họ đã nên bữa thầu bí ra thầu sao thì cũng phải họ được cả một tụi này giờ giờ này cho mình nhua một tụi này nhẹ này chỉ rõ là chỉ giờ dùng cái mail một thế nào ok bây giờ thì giờ hồi giờ cũng nhớ rồi nó cho mình nhua một cũng một hậu lực thế giờ là sao mà tôi hùi giờ cũ cái chúng ta cũng chấm nhiều rau cũng là sao tầng tua sang sau này là một hỗ trợ một cho mà mua thì theo lịch tu sửa này nó được họ mong muốn là rồi cũng là bảo lý khu sĩ sống một bể lòng là tôi chỉ là mua cái tôi giờ là hai lô sau sửa được cho mình mua và cần lấy tiền nó giờ đặt tới trả sự mua giờ bây tôi cần lấy và đặt tới theo sản phẩm mà sự thế nữa hay tôi cái cần đợi nhau họ biết chuyện này không mua lúc xưa là thế rồi cả sự cái nhau tôi này cái lò thì nào
cái nói xong rồi đó tôi nói thì cũng đi nên mà cho từ care education 做俾啲紅我們到人內地，呢個係我俾落度有顧住住，如果係你咧，係出去識得晒人咧，tôi nói bé con hồng mua trong xe hay tiệt bé mua ấy cho tôi đây cho xài phần lợi tiệt bé giờ ấy tuần chơi cần đồ này tôi mình cần tiền à để bé trong xe hành đó này này cởi ta nó này chỉ cho cởi cho này cởi ta cho này bò này giờ này nhẹ này cho cứ tiền bé bé chỉ sử món món nó tí xí bé sử trong xe hành đó này họ một cái đó là mình chơi họ dùng gì nữa thì giờ họ dùng hình đầu nó chỉ hình đấy cái đầu nó chỉ do cái đầu một cỡ thì tỉa để lên một cỡ tỉa nó nếu chỉ khi cái nếu khi cái châu lửa tu một cỡ một ở nhà khác nữa nên về tới học thà cái sau cái châu lửa tu lại tới nhà khác rồi còn nó giờ đi họ dùng thì tôi cái sinh không muốn nó để cũng dùng xe tôi này bị hắn là cú xã nhà để nên mua đôi chiếc hồi nó nếu qua tàu thì nên tôi nên sẽ là tôi nên cùng là nên tôi cùng với chứ là hiện là cái món chả còn cùng món món chứ vì tôi hỏi cũng như xã rồi được từ sinh bao hay là còn với trên này món món nó bây giờ mua cho tôi đâyจะใช้องค์เจกันก่อนrồi bây giờ mua cho một cái chỗ đó rồi chứ thì cũng chưa luôn cho mua lên nó sẽ cũng chạy đầu đấy cũng phải nó sẽ hiện lên chắc chắn nào
dạ sự được bất tên nó đó là tập thể cả sự cái gì trong tuần diễn là năm bây giờ đã lâu trong bao lâu giờ những bông kia nhắc chuyện bông từ đã lâu giờ thì tôi học từ này cho là học tới lòng sắp xếp rồi cho mình hoa cần phải tạo dòng nó thế còn này sẽ được bất tên đã lâu trong bao lâu hết rồi
một chỗ MC cái này cũng thoát chơi có lo trong của nhát gì nào trong cuộc sống nhờ rằng tôi số lần số tôi hỏi lúc tôi chuyện nó tôi giá nấu cay nó nè vấn đề sắp tới thật rất gì là vấn đề cái này cho gì số lần số tôi tí xí cái tia mà cô vô hai nó cho mình nhiều này số đó đã lâu mà chỉ qualify tôi hai lô cho nên vì đã lâu chỉ mua certificate ta chỉ đã lâu học qualify khó thì giờ đã lâu rồi này nên đã lâu hay chỉ tao lùi mình cá thì đã lâu họ hay chỉ tao lùi giả lùi chê giờ nên họ chỉ bao lùi mong là cho nên mà họ muốn chế năng xài lùi cho nên là thiết sư nó này ô thế sao phải của tháo của châu của giờ đi chứng bằng thì nhiều chứng bằng và lúc nào nên cho mình tôi đi nhỏ cần tới tía nên thì tao chờ bây giờ đã lâu cả cái tua hai lũ cho nên cho mình nhỏ thì tụi tua tàu là tụi tua chỉ tàu là chỉ theo lý chỉ tàu tua thì giờ này nào cụ tháo vào cho nên ô tô vào mùa thì vào giờ gì thì nên chờ đã lâu tua hai lũ cho nên cho mình nhỏ rồi giờ hai tàu đi cha là đã lâu tổ chức tăng những đạo sư nên cho tụi xe nè vấn đề chắc là của giáo sư hai cho nên vấn đề y chữ bằng kia nhiều chữ bằng lúc nào này là sĩ cờ qua lúc năng này nhiều tàu chi từ mình nhỏ ta chỉ lợi sĩ do cần đâu là cô cần tới tiệt cái xe cho chúa đủ lợi thì nay giờ này giờ gì nay những chơi cho chơi kia này thì dù tàu mua tàu tu chơi mua tàu sợi dây tu cần tới tiệt tu qua doctor là cũng mua tu họ qua nhà tư là cũng mua thì còn giờ này họ tu qua mua thế giờ gì nay những cho trâu xe trâu này luôn luôn hả thì nay giờ gì cho nên cho mình nhỏ cho nên giờ xí giờ cho cân cầu nay thế thì muốn không nọ thì chờ tàu bê tua còn nó khổ này ở tu qua mua thế giờ gì thọ bê lu tuổi chế nó bê bùa tê bù được tu mua đấy tu giờ gì đấy tao có nói lời to nên cho mình tôi nhỏ cần nói tiếng ta lời tụ mua tao là tao cả ua đi chả là ua lời để chỗ nên chỗ mua thì nên vừa chỉ mua cái sơ sinh chỉ mua cái nhau xe ai tiền này chỉ có thâu tiền này chỉ có nhau xe này cho mình nhiều tại chỉ nói chỉ còn này cho xe hay thì cho mình nhiều thì cho các loại thâu này hay thì vừa lấy trả lời theo kiểu lưu tàu này nó chỉ còn này cho xe cho còn đỡ nó hay cú hay nó cho này sư qua yêu kia cho này cho ở liền sư đời hay thì nhiều chúng bông yêu của tôi mua tiếp lâu ta xin được hay yêu của nhiều thế của chính cái tôi nhiều thi xa thì của hay trong cái tôi đã lo thi o nữa này thì của kia nó không xí thâu đó là của yêu hai đôi này cho mình tôi nhiều nè ấy nhỉ thia con hà thia tây lì thia ba rong thia cha dân thia này chi là phải chân lầu mà phải hệ thì phải tụ kỹ làm ban lầu qua bông ở lòng làm ban trái này thì xài tôi thì phải chân lầu mà phải yêu mình tôi mới nhiều mà phải yêu lò tỏ thủ phải lầu thì cho mình nhiều cho các lúc bé nữa còn nên to lên nữa thì phải trái trả phải trái pla thì phải thay đi một quan tế còn phải to món nọ mà thì trong linh nữa thì cho lúc nó dễ hàng linh thì lúc nó đã lột bỏ thì nên lò hay nên cho lụt thì nên cởi đi trả thì đã là những bao tiền đi xí xò thật rồi cho nên chỉ xí xò nên chỉ muốn lúc nó nên xí xò cơn cầu nên cho là cho lúc nó đã là rong xía thì lúc nó nên một gì nên ý luôn bê trong đời bê cho mình nhiều mong và bê tôi nhớ cái thằng mình cả nói mình cả khó lý sự thì ý xong tư cần đó mình nhiều mong cần đó thì bất chợt lăng là chỉ đó là rong xía thì lúc nó này cho mình nhiều nên món này chuẩn bị cho mình xí cho từ đại đó đó chị ô cho bê mong cho mình nhiều tôi nhớ cái thằng mình cả là khó lý sự wow là nó người ta là rong xía thọ bộ tê cho nên nó bê sẽ được bộ tê cho mình nhiều thôi nên đó là lúc nó biết sự đời cho nhau lúc tuổi trẻ là biết tốt cho phần nó mà biết con nhà thế có chuyện người chia sẻ hay thì người yêu tao nên người rong xía cho nên sắp lại đi cái này là người cho mình nhỏ ta chỉ biết cho nhau lúc tuổi trẻ nó biết họ rong xía thì do biết cho mình nhỏ thì xí lời thiên là này cái thọ khó này sự đời nên cho mình nhỏ hay thì bây giờ rong xía thì nên là biết cho thì xí nói ta cho biết cho nó họ biết tua là gì biết xả tua bỏ hay gì biết cho mình nhiều cần tới suy cho một lý giải thì đã lâu xa hay tiền còn nói nên tao tao là thì cho cái cờ tới nên mà nên như thầu nên dùng một cờ mà nên như tơ xả nên là nó nên như ra thì của dùng một cờ qua giả nó chỉ theo là ba tàu lúc gì rồi ba tàuอยู่เนี่ยอยู่จีba tàuอยู่ที่ทั้งเตยthì nên tu sáng đó là mua họ mới nên tu họ có sáng thì của dùng một cờ họ từ của thiên chế tàu họ lử qua thế này là tàu họ lử nó là phản đối nhưng cho họ rộng cho nữa tu họ sáng thì của tới cờ chỉ tông tới thế thì chỉ cũng một sáng họ thì nó là do nó khó choice nữa thì đã lâu trong xí thì nó nên cần tới kia thì nên là tao là tao cả để cho any đây là tầm tên là bây giờ tao có ấy không biết celebration cho any thì đó như trưởng ban là doctor làm kia giờ thì nó thì mua chỉ đi có giờ tụi ta rồi rồi giờ này bây tôi giờ này chỉ tao là còn tới chịu trả nè ta làm hay nó cho nên sự rồi dân trong con nhìn thấy cái gì người cái yêu tao nên là nhân nhau hồ sơ tao muốn nuôi cái bao thì bao are you okay nó nói anh ấy sao tao thì bao đến đấy chỉ bao chỉ nói nên sao chỉ bắt được hút tôi thì anh ấy thế con này lấy bao nhiêu rong này nên sao tao nó nên yêu chủ nuôi bao bị bao lâu nên bao nhiêu rong con nhìn thấy cái gì đó thế vì thế bây giờ chia sẻ đồ này thì nên tôi muốn cởi tôi cởi tao doctor là mua này giờ thì bây giờ chia sẻ đồ này nhỏ không một che hay thì nên phải nhân rộng thì là hai giờ rong xía nè đó là hai nó đồ này sẽ là sẽ đó là chỉ hành động bỏ đi nó sẽ thế rồi và ngay tao lại thì lý do nó thì thế lý do khó hay thì tu kỳ làm ban lâu nó thìอยู่ที่ลีจากาษาแต่อย่าลีเป็นย้อนตรงถอยมาอยู่เนี่ยที่อยู่จริงทั้งแช่กันเดียวว่าอยู่ปอยย้อนตรงเนาะจะจัดเนาะจะอยู่ตัวแช่อยู่เนี่ยจริงใจเนี่ยปอยย้อนตรงนะแต่ถ้าเราตัวหายเนาะตอนนี้ซื้อthì nóวันนี้ซื้อเจ้าว่าแต่นู้นเนาะเนี่ยเจ้าถ้าเราตัวหายรู้ตัวเนี่ยถ้าเราหายจะต้องรู้ร่องเราถ้าเราตัวเจ้าผมเนาะซื้อเท่ากับเจ้านะ
giờ cho lối rong cái nào giờ rong lo hay gì thằng ta xin nó mua cái này tao hú mua nuôi cho lâu mua thôi này mua cần đâu giờ cho lâu này nuôi này tao chỉ cần đâu cái này bỏ nó cái này rong nó chỉ nó này họ khó rồi họ biết khó rồi cái này tao hú nuôi lại thì tuần này nó mua gió tu giờ là mua thì sao siêu rồi cái nữa nó giờ bani mua là giờ lấy tụ phong má mua thì lấy tụ phong xong mua tụ phong má mua vậy tụ attorney vậy tụ lawyer nữa tụ phong xong giờ cái tụ assistant principal giờไปHarding High School thì thôi cho nên vậy là số nó muaไปlàm được cho sinh viên
I don't think this is going to work, so it's okay. I have hands. I'll use the hands that I have to speak. Can you guys all hear me okay? Because I keep hearing an echo. Good? All right. Nhớ trong nó cũng có hai lùm mình cảm đâu mình gì nữa because cũng có lùm mong cái chỉ cho kinh thế này rồi ấy thọ chỉ đó cho nè hết cho chỉ nít chỉ bảo lùm mình cả. Welcome everyone. First, I want to thank each and every single one of you who are here today as a friend, as a family member, as a supporter. I know that this means a lot to our 5 graduates, and it means a lot to our family. It allows us the opportunity to share this special moment with each and every single one of you. Good evening. For those who do not know me, I am the proud aunt of these 5 graduates. I have known them since their birth. I have seen them go to elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, to college and beyond, to the young individuals that they are today. To the graduates, I know that your success did not come easy. People usually, when they see a successful person, they've already achieved the success. They don't see everything that happens to get you there. Like all the sleepless nights that you may have had because you were up cramming for an exam, all the reading, the writing, the research that you had to do so that you could get your work done. The many countless hours of studying where you don't have time to eat or drink because you got to get that one assignment done before it's due because it might be due that very morning. However, because you guys took your education seriously, you are all here today and you have achieved what you have. That's a great milestone that you have reached. And I hope that each of you guys are proud of your accomplishments because we, your family members, are very proud of all of you. Especially for 5 siblings, each of you have pursued different paths, earned different degrees, and reached different levels of education. That in itself is remarkable, and you should all be very proud. In the order of the youngest to the oldest, just quickly, Tony, congratulations on your degree in chemistry. Lisa, congratulations on getting your high school diploma. Timely, congratulations on getting your college degree in computer science. And Jeannie, oh my gosh, we're so proud of you. Not that we're not proud of your other siblings, It's just that I'm sure you've had many times where you forgot to do self-care just because of the study and the curriculum and everything that you had to go through, where you were probably hungry and the hunger just somehow evaporated because you had so much on your plate. And so you should be very proud to hold the title of the first of its kind. You are the first medical doctor in our immediate family. Your achievement is not only a personal milestone for you, but it is a very inspiring moment for all of us and our Moa clan. We are so happy that you are ours. And to Annie, congratulations on being a great big sister for all of your siblings. On getting your master's in nursing, and we look forward to your doctoral as a nurse anesthesiologist. Before I move forward, I know that everyone touched a little bit about Grandpa, who's my dad, nyuam. He passed away in 2020, and so he cannot celebrate with us today. Although he cannot be here today, he raised all of you. He would be so proud of each and every one of you, including you, Lisa, for graduating from high school. So don't ever think that your accomplishment is less than any of your siblings. The fact that you got here and you've done what you've done, you should be very proud of yourself. Like many members of our older Hmong generation who grew up in Laos, my dad had no formal access to education. Because of that experience, he deeply understood the value of getting an education so that you can further the opportunities for yourself and for future generations. He passed that belief down to my brother Bong, who together with your mother Chia instilled that into each and every single one of you for you guys to never stop learning, for you guys to pursue higher education, and to work hard. Grandpa would be so happy for each and all of your accomplishments today. And again, Jeannie, getting back to you, for Grandpa's family, our ancestors from Laos to America, you're our first doctor. I know that Grandpa would be shedding tears of joy. With that said, I would like all of you guys to congratulate with me with a round of applause of all 5 of our graduates. Next, I do want to recognize the efforts of my brother Bong and Nya. Without great parents behind their children, it would have been more difficult for the children to achieve what they have today. I know that Bong and Nya have sacrificed much time and effort so that their children can achieve what they have achieved today. And for that, I would like all of you to join me in a round of applause for my brother Bong and Nyam Bong. So my speech topic today is, what do you guys do now? Now that you have your degree, now that you've achieved your educational goals, what are you going to do next? I want to share 3 pieces of advice that I hope that you can take moving forward. The truth is that there is no single path for success. No 2 journeys are ever exactly alike. There is no one-size-fits-all story on how to use your education to further your life. Each of you will face very different opportunities, challenges, and decisions. Your path may look very different from the person sitting next to you, and that's perfectly okay. My first piece of advice is to find a mentor in your profession. Having someone who has walked the path to where you want to go to show you the rope will make your journey a lot easier. A mentor can help guide you, share their experiences with you, and help you to navigate challenges that otherwise might seem overwhelming. You do not have to figure out everything on your own. For example, if you want to become a manager or a leader within your organization, take the time to know someone in those positions. Ask them how they got there. If possible, try to see if you can shadow them. Ask about the challenges that they face and how long it took them to get to where they are. It's important to invest in building genuine relationships. Do not approach people only because you need something from them. Offer your own help to them when appropriate. The strongest relationships are built on trust and mutual respect. My second advice is that you need to learn the rules of your profession if you want to reach that next level. Many people work hard, but not everyone takes the time to understand what is actually required to advance. If your goal is to earn a promotion, find out exactly what are the qualifications, what is required, what are the standards expected from you. Let me give you an example. How many in here, if I could see a show of hands, plays Monopoly? You guys ever played Monopoly? So if you just keep around and around, even though you have more laps, it doesn't mean that you're going to be the winner of the game. If the whole objective is to acquire property so that you can build wealth, if you don't understand the rules and the objectives, your effort alone will not help you to succeed. This same principle applies to your career. Showing up and working hard every day, that's good. But if you don't understand what's required for you to advance, you may find yourself working very hard without moving forward. Successful people are intentional about their growth. My last piece of advice is that I encourage each and every single one of you to live the life that you want, not the one that your parents want for you, not the one that your family wants for you, and not the life that other people expect you to have, but live a life that is true to your goals, to your values, and to your dreams. Take time to picture what that looks like. What do you want to accomplish? Where do you see yourself 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now? And why? Why do you want that type of future? If you want to reach a different place in your life, you must be willing to do things that you have never done before. Growth requires changes. You can't continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. That's not going to happen. A vision is great, but a vision alone is not enough. Dreams and goals do not become reality by chance. They become reality when you take consistent steps, you don't give up, and you take things one step at a time. In closing, I want to say, now that you've graduated with a degree in your hand, tomorrow your future will be shaped by the actions that you take, the dreams that you pursue, and the risks that you're willing to take. Make it the best that you can, because this is the only life that you have. So please carry on as you have. Thank you.
OK， 本地股係有個從間到用到有，到用到好。这种程度，你们知道不要。一種程度古人種成話，要古年定舊話斷齊咯。本地古入邊啊，古包係嘅聰明古應係當到也打仗了，但是 我khó nó chỉ cũng do lòng hay cho chụp bông thế nhá chụp bông vì cho khó bé bao hay thì bé thì mình tụi mình nhua lời có một chỉ tàu do hay thì chỉ qua ít tu nhẹ ít tu chỉ khó do nên đó cũng sẽ hỏi nó cũng thấy lý do lòng hay cho nhá thế của tụi mình vì cho khó tiền cái những khó trong cái mình tụi mình nhua we are hãy cho lùm cái cho lùm mong họ chỉ là cũng sai chỉ cho là nên sao đi chả. It is truly an honor for me to be here this evening to celebrate these 5 incredible children of Bong and Nha, but I am going to mainly about Bong and Nha. U dòng xia mà nó tàu tua lúc công trình của cái dòng xia tàu chuyên bông ya nhang tụ mình nhỏ Annie, Ini, Kimberly, Lisa, Tony. This year, this is not just a proud moment. It is a deeply meaningful one for me and for my entire family. Nó chỉ là ít khó trong sự hành xử. Nếu do ít khó chỉnh chính, quân nông kỳ hành cho cụ, thế bây giờ nên của nó. As parents, we all carry hopes and dreams for our children, that they succeed, stand strong on their own, to learn, to grow, and find their place in the world. We hope they will become not only successful, but also kind, resilient, and purposeful. Bây giờ nếu gì, bây giờ mua để chia sẻ, để bảo sửa, cho bây giờ mình nhỏ. Bây giờ có lời bảo, và tao chơi ya, có lời做khó,或平时，带到这个，就帮gì, quân tu dùng mù. Thế bao giờ luôn anh tiền lấy do lên từ, nó cho họ luôn cái tế nó. Bây giờ sao có lời, cho quân mình dùng, chia dùng,做khó,或đã chỉ, do đã chỉ. Both dreams do not happen by chance. They are built through sacrifice and hard work, patience and guidance, strong work ethic and belief, love and unwavering support. Lấy chỉ sĩ do lòng đời rất kế sĩ cho thiết sau xuyên đề dọc kia đầu xia chân đầu tàu lưu thiết sau ta lọt sau đùa tinh chỉ cho chê đời yếu nhôm bảo lý cả. And today we are witnessing the result of all of that. Do linh nó nu nó bế thiết lý tàu bỏ tớ thế kế kia cho thiết sau yeah. I remember watching Bong Nha over the years, quietly making sacrifices, always putting the children first. Upa tiền đâu xong, chim bông thiên nhang gờ, nhưng sacrifice. Trong linh, tao tu chỉ bao, tiền gờ sĩ dòng bảo lý trà, đã dòng một thơ, hoặc họ dòng trà trong gầm họ, để nên. Even when things were not easy, they never wavered. Nhưng mua tây lúc sẽ hỏi nhua, trong gì tây lòng cái dân, chính đồng chỉ cho trên đảm liệt. They stay strong, committed, and united. Cái dân châu xiên cho sĩ tổng hơn tới tây minh hoàng. That quiet strength, that consistency built this success that we celebrate tonight. Họ sao ta li tới do khó của nút nó bế thân li tàu tua chỉ cộng của kế dòng hơi xia trong đó thế cho mình nó của hai bên chỉ trong đời cho mình nhỏ Each of these accomplishments has a story behind and reflects the support of their parents. Trong mình nhớ tới cái tuần chơi tiếp đầu do London nhiệt sĩ cái sau do hai cái hai tự ta cái của hai mình từ lý nó Annie is grateful for the transportation support that made it possible to focus wholly on school without the added stress and financial burden of finding her own transportation. Annie trong xe tàu dài chế chữ thiên gờ yếu tố nữ đã một trả lọ thì lý chỉ mua cái nhiều xe thì theo cả xe lọ tận tàu Ginny but then in Highland, through years of transitioning during medical school, her parents were always there, helping her every step of the way, despite the long route from Minnesota to Wisconsin. Ginny Lucia Haganda, Jim Mo, Ji Law, Chai J, Jim Bong Kenyang, the Ying Mutsao, Hipanu, Jack Hong, Mu Law, Dan Madison, here Milwaukee. Đến bộ lý gia, lòng gửi dân thơ và tàu nàng, tôi sẽ hỏi nó. Emily, guided and encouraged to stay focused and reach his goals. Thơ thế gọi vô chủ tàu xia, hết do, tôi hỏi phía. Lisa is pushed out of her comfort zone so that she could gain confidence, independence, and resilience. But how can you move into book call? Young Laya Tony, Lucia her toe, yo, new challenge to take PSEO, AP courses, giving him a strong start to college. Cô sau đây những hai ta là để sĩ cô ta hãy cho tờ chữ thiên nhân đó cô bỏ hay thì những bông thiên nhân đó nhưng do để thiết sĩ trong cô lưu do là một thói ba ở cơ kia lì ba người mình có cơ kia lì. They taught the children